Chosen one, this isn't about ego, it's about evidence. If your life felt harder than most, if blessings came disguised as pressure, and if protection showed up after pain, you were never forgotten. God doesn't choose favorites the way people do. He chooses assignments, and the signs have been following you all along. Listen closely. You'll recognize yourself. If you are watching this right now, pause for a moment and understand something important. This message didn't reach you by chance. There is nothing random about this moment. You were guided here for a reason far greater than coincidence. Something divine has been aligning behind the scenes to bring you to this exact point in time. You have never been ordinary. Deep down, you've always known that. There has always been a quiet awareness inside you, a sense that you were different, set apart, marked for something more. And now it's time for you to understand why. You are one of the chosen ones. There is a divine hand over your life, a sacred assignment that separates you from the crowd. But being chosen does not mean an easy journey. It means walking a path most people will never understand. It means carrying a light that threatens darkness. It means facing pressures, resistance, and challenges that others will never experience. If you're feeling this resonate, if something inside you is responding right now, don't ignore that nudge. Like this video is a sign of agreement with what is being released over your life. Subscribe to this channel so you stay connected to these messages meant specifically for God's chosen ones. And turn on notifications because what's coming next will build on this awakening step by step. This is not just content, this is alignment, and staying connected matters. Listen closely because what you're about to hear may permanently change how you see yourself. There are 7 undeniable signs that reveal divine favor, 7 confirmations that prove you are set apart, called, and chosen for a higher purpose. These signs are not random events. They are spiritual markers placed on the lives of those entrusted with a mission on this earth. Before we go any further, I want you to do something intentional. If this message is already stirring something within you, if your spirit is responding, comment 777 below right now. Why? Because numbers carry spiritual weight. 7 represents divine completeness, spiritual awakening, and alignment with God's will. When you comment 777, you are acknowledging your calling. You are declaring readiness. You are stepping into awareness of who you truly are. Understand this clearly. Many are invited, but few are chosen. Out of billions of people on this planet, only a small number are truly set apart for divine assignments. Chosen ones are not common. They are God's instruments, His messengers, His warriors on earth. And the fact that you are here listening to this means you are one of them. Have you ever felt like you never truly fit in? Like no matter where you went, you always felt different from everyone else? Have you experienced rejection, isolation, or spiritual resistance that seem nonstop and unexplainable? Have you noticed that people are either drawn to you or uncomfortable around you, sometimes without you even saying a word? These experiences are not coincidences. Divine favor cannot be hidden. Even when you try to dim yourself, it still shines through. Chosen ones carry an energy that cannot be ignored, and because of that, they walk through experiences others never will. Some of those experiences are beautiful, filled with blessings and divine moments. Others are painful, filled with trials and pressure. But through it all, one truth remains constant. God's hand has never left your life. This path is not meant for the weak. To be chosen means to be tested, refined, and shaped into who God needs you to become. It means experiencing both divine favor and spiritual warfare. It means walking a road that looks nothing like everyone else's. But it also means receiving a reward that far exceeds anything this world can offer. You've felt it, haven't you? That pull, that inner knowing, that sense that your life carries more weight than it seems. That feeling is real. You were never meant to blend in. You were created to stand out. Some of you are struggling right now. You may be facing obstacles that feel overwhelming. You may be questioning why your life has been filled with hardship, delays, or pain. But hear this clearly. Every challenge you've endured has been preparation. God does not place His strongest warriors in easy battles. He allows the chosen ones to be tested because He knows what they carry. He knows their strength. He knows that once they awaken, nothing can stop them. So if you've been feeling lost, If you've been questioning your purpose, if you've wondered why your life has never looked like anyone else's, this is your confirmation. You are not forgotten. You are not off course. You are exactly where you are meant to be. God has been revealing these signs to you all along, but now it's time for full recognition. It's time to embrace your divine assignment, because once you do, everything changes. The 7 signs I'm about to share are not opinions. They are spiritual realities. Every chosen one experiences them. They are proof of divine favor, proof of calling, proof that you are meant to rise. So pay close attention. Are you ready to understand why you are different? Are you ready to step into your calling? Then let's begin. A true chosen one will always experience a profound and life-altering spiritual awakening. This is not a small realization. It is not a passing moment of inspiration. It is a complete transformation of your inner world. This awakening shakes your reality. It changes how you see everything: yourself, others, life, and God. For the chosen ones, awakening is not optional. It is a divine initiation into your true identity. At first, it can feel like everything is falling apart. What once made sense suddenly doesn't. People you once connected with feel distant. Beliefs you held for years begin to collapse. This is because God is removing illusions. He is dismantling everything that is false, everything that doesn't align with your purpose, everything that has kept you from becoming who you were created to be. Many chosen ones experience deep isolation during this phase. You may feel misunderstood, disconnected, alone, even surrounded by people. But this is not rejection, it is refinement. God is removing distractions so you can hear Him clearly. He is pulling you away from noise so you can see truth. This awakening is often triggered by a major life event: betrayal, loss, sudden change, or a moment that forces you to question everything. It may feel painful, even terrifying, but you are not losing yourself. You are discovering yourself. Once you awaken, there is no going back. You begin to see through deception. You recognize spiritual warfare. You sense things others cannot. You see with spiritual eyes while others still see through the lens of the world. This is why chosen ones often feel misunderstood after awakening. You may try to explain what you're experiencing, but others won't understand. Not everyone is meant to wake up, only those who are chosen. Your mind expands, your intuition sharpens. You receive divine insights, dreams, and spiritual understanding. You discern energy, you recognize truth. You sense who carries light and who carries darkness. This is spiritual sight, and it is a powerful sign of divine selection. But with awakening comes responsibility. Once you know the truth, you cannot live in ignorance. You cannot conform to what no longer aligns with your calling. You will naturally separate from toxic relationships, empty distractions, and environments that drain your spirit. At first, this can feel lonely. You may wonder why God is removing so much from your life, but trust the process. God is not isolating you to harm you. He is preparing you. He is renewing your mind, strengthening your spirit, and aligning you with your mission. Awakening also attracts opposition. The enemy does not want you aware. The moment you begin to see clearly, resistance increases. You may face spiritual attacks, unexpected challenges, or sudden pressure. This is confirmation, not punishment. If you weren't a threat, darkness wouldn't fight you. This is why staying grounded in God is essential. Prayer, meditation, fasting, and seeking divine wisdom become your foundation. Because once you awaken, your life is no longer ordinary. You are chosen. Become essential. Your relationship with God must become stronger than ever, because the world will constantly try to pull you back into distraction, confusion, and illusion. But your awakening is not a mistake. It is a gift. It is the moment your spirit came alive. It is the moment you stepped into who you truly are and began to recognize the divine power that has always lived within you. Not everyone will understand this season of your life, and that's perfectly okay. You were never meant to move with the crowd. You were never designed to blend in. You were created to lead. Your awakening is the first and strongest confirmation that you are favored by God. And now that your eyes are open, your real journey has begun. So ask yourself this honestly. Are you ready to accept who you truly are? Are you willing to move forward with purpose? Then let's continue. One of the clearest and most undeniable signs of being chosen is rejection. You've felt it for as long as you can remember. People walking away without explanation, friendships dissolving overnight, family members misunderstanding you, society making you feel like you don't belong anywhere. For a long time, this may have confused you. You may have asked yourself, why does this keep happening to me? But now it's time to understand the truth. This rejection happens because you are chosen. The world does not reject what it understands. It does not push away what fits comfortably within it. And you do not fit because you are not of this world. You are of God. And people can sense that, even if they can't explain it. From a young age, you likely felt different. Even when you tried to be like everyone else, something inside you resisted. You may have been excluded, overlooked, underestimated, or treated unfairly for reasons that never made sense. Perhaps you were the one in your family who thought differently, questioned deeper, or saw life through a unique lens. That's because chosen ones carry a different spirit. You don't blend in because you were never meant to. Your presence carries weight. Some people are drawn to it, others are unsettled by it. Some dislike you without reason, not because you did anything wrong, but because your light exposes what they've been avoiding within themselves. Often, rejection doesn't come from strangers. It comes from those closest to you. Friends, family, co-workers. The very people you expected to support you may criticize you, doubt you, or even betray you. They may label you as too intense, too deep, too serious, or too focused on things they cannot see. But remember this, their rejection does not define your worth. It confirms your calling. Every prophet, every messenger, every true spiritual leader throughout history faced rejection. They were mocked, misunderstood, and opposed because truth disrupts comfort. A chosen one does not speak to be liked. A chosen one speaks to reveal truth. And truth makes people uncomfortable. The rejection you've experienced is not a curse. It is divine protection. God allowed certain people to walk away because they were never meant to walk with you. If they couldn't recognize your value, they weren't meant to sit at your table. If they couldn't support your growth, they weren't assigned to your destiny. Every person who left needed to leave. Every door that closed was meant to close. Rejection is God removing what no longer serves your purpose. It hurts in the moment, but one day you'll look back and realize every rejection was a blessing. It protected you from the wrong connections. It redirected your path. It forced you to become stronger, wiser, and more grounded in who you are. One of the hardest parts of being chosen is learning how to walk alone. There will be seasons where it feels like no one truly understands you. You may long for deep connections, only to realize most people can't meet you at your level. That's because your focus is different. While many chase temporary things, status, approval, comfort, you are drawn to truth, alignment, and purpose. And understand this clearly, rejection is not personal, it is spiritual. When people mistreat you, it is not just them. It is the spirit within them reacting to the anointing on your life. Darkness always resists light. That's why some people compete with you without reason, oppose you without cause, or attack you without warning. Do not allow rejection to harden your heart. Do not become bitter. Instead, let it refine you. Make peace with being misunderstood. Accept that not everyone will see what God sees in you. Some will try to pull you down simply because they cannot rise to where you are. But here's the truth most people never realize. The right ones will find you. The ones meant to walk with you will recognize your spirit. They will honor your calling. They will protect your light, not try to dim it. So if you've been rejected, if you've been misunderstood, if you felt like an outsider, do not be discouraged. This is not weakness. This is favor. The world does not celebrate chosen ones. It tests them. It pressures them. It tries to break them. But those who endure, those who keep walking despite rejection, are the ones who rise. You were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to follow. You were meant to stand apart, to lead, and to shine. And those who reject you now will one day look back and realize they were standing in the presence of a chosen one. Stand tall, walk boldly, And remember, God has already accepted you. That is all that matters. There is something deep within you that has never been able to rest. A quiet knowing, an inner pull, a constant awareness that your life is meant for more. While others move through life without questioning, without searching, without asking why they're here, you have always felt that your existence carries meaning. You may not have been able to explain it, and at times it may have felt overwhelming. But one thing has always been true. You were never created for an ordinary life. This is one of the clearest signs of being chosen. You carry a divine assignment. You were not placed on this earth to simply exist, follow society's script, or live without direction. Your soul was sent with a mission, one so deeply embedded in your spirit that you cannot ignore it, no matter how hard you try. Even when you attempt to walk away from it, even when you try to fit into the world's expectations, something always pulls you back. You may have followed paths that seem safe or logical. You may have tried to live the life everyone else approved of. But eventually you always found yourself searching for more, because your spirit refuses to settle for anything less than what it was created for. Many chosen ones experience restlessness because of this. While others are satisfied with routine and comfort, you crave growth, transformation, and deeper meaning. You are drawn to wisdom, truth, and divine understanding. You know there is more to life than what can be seen on the surface. At times, this sense of purpose can feel heavy. You may feel like you are being prepared for something, but you don't yet know what. You may sense a vision without seeing the full path. But understand this, God never reveals everything at once. He gives you just enough to keep moving, just enough to stretch your faith, just enough to see if you will trust Him. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Every struggle, every victory, every loss, every lesson has been shaping you. The pain you endured, the obstacles you faced, the moments that felt unfair, they were all part of your preparation. Because when the moment comes for you to step fully into your purpose, you will be ready. And here is what makes this even more powerful. Your purpose is bigger than you. It's not about fame, money, or status. It's about impact, influence, service. You are called to uplift others, to awaken minds, to bring light into places that have known only darkness through your words, your work, your presence, and your energy. And this is only the beginning. In a way most people never will. And here's the truth you must understand. Not everyone will comprehend your purpose. Some people will tell you that you're aiming too high, dreaming too big, or reaching for something unrealistic. They'll encourage you to settle, to be practical, to live a normal life like everyone else. But they don't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel. They don't carry what you carry. That's why many chosen ones walk alone for a season. God intentionally removes distractions. He removes doubters. He separates you from people who are not aligned with your destiny, so you can hear His voice clearly and focus on what truly matters. There will be moments when your faith is tested, moments when the path ahead feels uncertain, moments when you question whether you're even moving in the right direction. But deep down, you will always know this: you cannot go back. Once your purpose awakens, there is no returning to a life of unconscious living. Your calling will not let you rest. It will keep pulling at your spirit until you fully step into who you were created to be. And when you finally do, when you fully accept who you are and why you're here, everything begins to shift. Doors you never expected will open. Opportunities you could never plan will appear. Things will start aligning, not because of chance, but because you are finally walking in divine alignment. So if you've always felt there was more for you, if you've always carried a quiet knowing that your life has a mission beyond yourself, trust that feeling. It is real. It is divine. It is confirmation that you are chosen. Your purpose is waiting. And when you fully embrace it, the world will finally understand why God set you apart. There is something within you that separates you from the rest. You don't just observe with your eyes, you perceive with your spirit. You don't just hear words, you feel truth in your soul. You don't only understand on the surface, you sense meaning at a deeper level. This is spiritual discernment, and it is one of the strongest indicators that you are a chosen one. Spiritual discernment is the ability to see beyond appearances, It is heightened awareness, an inner knowing, a sensitivity to truth that most people do not possess. While others accept things as they appear, you sense what's happening underneath. You can feel intentions. You pick up on hidden motives. You recognize when something is wrong, even without evidence. This isn't ordinary intuition. It's a divine gift. God has given you a spiritual radar, an internal alert system that activates when something is off. You may enter a room and immediately feel the atmosphere shift. You may meet someone and instantly know whether they carry light or darkness. You may hear words that sound convincing, yet something within you signals deception. Because of this, you've probably questioned things others accept blindly. You don't follow crowds. You don't fall for surface-level truth. You're not interested in distractions. Your spirit is drawn to higher wisdom. This is also why some people feel uncomfortable around you. Your presence alone can unsettle them, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your discernment exposes what they try to hide. People with jealousy, deception, or hidden agendas cannot mask themselves for long around you. They may smile, but your spirit knows. They may claim support, but you feel the truth. There were likely times you doubted this gift, times you ignored your inner warning, only to later realize you were right all along. That's because the world teaches people to rely only on logic and appearances, but chosen ones are called to walk by faith, not sight. Your discernment flows from your connection with God. The closer you stay to Him, the sharper it becomes. This is why prayer, fasting, and seeking divine wisdom matter. The more aligned you are, the clearer your vision. But with discernment comes responsibility. Just because you can see through people doesn't mean you must confront them. Sometimes God reveals truth not for reaction, but for preparation. Not every battle requires a response. Sometimes silence, observation, and trust in God's justice is the assignment. You must also guard your energy. Heightened discernment attracts both light and darkness. Pure-hearted people will be drawn to your wisdom, but those with hidden intentions may come near hoping to drain or manipulate you. Be selective. Not everyone deserves access to your spirit. Discernment also allows you to recognize divine opportunities. You will feel when God is guiding you, when it's time to move, when it's time to wait, and when it's time to release. This is one of your greatest advantages. You are never truly lost because your spirit is always being led. Still, not everyone will understand this gift. Some will call you paranoid. Others will say you overthink. Some will dismiss your sensitivity as imagination. Do not listen. Trust what God placed within you. Time and time again, your discernment will prove accurate. This world is filled with deception, false teachings, false leaders, false friendships. Darkness often disguises itself as light, but chosen ones are not easily fooled. You were given this gift to walk in truth, avoid traps, and protect your divine purpose. Honor it, use it wisely, trust it, because seeing beyond the surface is one of the greatest blessings a chosen one can carry. Another powerful confirmation of being chosen is the extreme contrast in your life. You've experienced intense blessings and intense battles. Every time you move forward, something seems to push back. Breakthroughs are followed by resistance. Opportunities arrive alongside opposition. This happens because divine favor attracts both light and darkness. You carry strong anointing, and where there is anointing, resistance follows. The closer you walk in your calling, the more the enemy attempts to interfere. You are a threat to darkness, and that's why spiritual warfare surrounds you. Think about it. Just as things begin improving, an unexpected challenge appears. You receive advancement, but conflict arises. You grow spiritually, and pressure increases. This isn't coincidence. It's warfare. The enemy doesn't attack the lost. He attacks those making progress. But here's the truth on the other side. You are deeply favored. No matter how many attacks come, you keep rising. Even when others try to block you, God lifts you. Even when situations seem impossible, doors open at the right moment. You are consistently protected, guided, and sustained. Look back at your life. How many times should you have broken, but didn't? How many times were you surrounded by negativity, yet stood strong? How many times did you succeed where others failed? That was God's hand. But favor comes with responsibility. Your blessings are not just for you. They are meant to serve a greater purpose. God has placed His hand on your life so you can be light, guidance, and inspiration to others. That's why you must guard your focus. Spiritual warfare isn't always obvious. Sometimes it comes through distraction, temptation, toxic relationships, negative thoughts. The enemy's goal isn't only to hurt you, it's to exhaust you, confuse you, and make you doubt yourself. Have you noticed that resistance often appears right before a breakthrough? That's because you're close. Endurance is essential for the chosen ones. You must continue even when it's hard. Trust God when clarity is missing. Stay grounded when opposition rises. You may wonder why your life carries so many highs and lows. Why the battles feel heavier when you're trying to do right. Here's the truth. You are being strengthened. God does not assign weak missions to strong warriors. He allows chosen ones to face trials because He knows they will overcome. Every great leader, prophet, and spiritual messenger faced resistance, betrayal, and hardship, but they also carried unmatched wisdom, power, and divine favor. And so do you. Those battles were never signs of weakness. They were proof of calling, and the same is true for you. The attacks you face are not happening because you are fragile. They are happening because you are powerful. If you carried nothing of value, darkness would ignore you. But because you carry God's light, because you are meant to shift atmospheres and awaken others, resistance follows you. Yet here is what the enemy never understands. Every attack only strengthens you. Every obstacle sharpens your purpose. Every battle deepens your faith. What was meant to destroy you instead develops you. What was meant to stop you prepares you. So if your life feels like a constant mix of favor and warfare, do not be discouraged. Let it confirm what you already sense. You are walking a divine path. You are not living an ordinary life. No weapon formed against you will succeed because what God has ordained cannot be undone. You were chosen intentionally, and no force of darkness can rewrite heaven's decision. Stand firm, keep moving. For every battle you face, a breakthrough is already waiting on the other side. There is something within you that has always been drawn back to God. No matter where life took you, no matter how far you felt at times, that connection never fully disappeared. Even in your lowest moments, when you felt lost, confused, or exhausted, you could still sense His presence. That is because you are chosen. A chosen one does not need convincing that God is real. You have experienced Him. You have seen signs, patterns, divine timing, and unmistakable confirmations. You don't just believe, you know. You feel His guidance, His protection, His quiet voice directing your steps. Your relationship with God has always been different. While others pray out of routine, you pray with intention. While others seek God only in crisis, you seek Him daily in decisions, in silence, in stillness. You are constantly searching for wisdom, truth, and deeper understanding. That connection sets you apart. Even in your darkest seasons, when you felt alone or overwhelmed, God was whispering strength into your spirit. There were moments when you should have broken, but didn't. That wasn't your strength. That was God sustaining you from within. You may notice that your spirit senses things before they happen. You feel when something is right or wrong without needing proof. You receive insight through dreams, sudden clarity, or deep inner knowing. That is spiritual insight, a gift God placed inside you because you are meant to guide, uplift, and lead others. But understand this, the closer you walk with God, the harder the world will try to pull you away. Distractions, temptations, negative influences, all designed to weaken your focus. That is why chosen ones must stay disciplined and spiritually grounded. You may have gone through seasons of doubt, distance, or confusion, but even then, God was still working. Sometimes He allows darkness not to punish you, but to strengthen your faith. Your connection to God is not based on religion, it is relational, personal. While others follow rituals, you walk with Him. You speak to God as a guide, a protector, a Father who knows you deeply. That is why your path feels different. There is a reason you cannot tolerate certain environments, conversations, or energies. There is a reason your soul rejects anything misaligned with truth. There is a reason you feel drained around people who carry darkness. Your spirit operates on a higher frequency. It was never meant to live in low places. Protect that connection. This world is full of noise designed to disconnect you. But when you stay aligned with God, life flows. You don't force outcomes. You don't chase what's meant for you. Doors open naturally. Opportunities find you. Miracles unfold in alignment. Your connection to God is your greatest gift. It is your source of wisdom, strength, and authority. If you feel this deep knowing, if you've always sensed divine guidance over your life, if your soul constantly seeks truth and purpose, this is your confirmation. You are chosen, you are favored, and nothing can stop you when you remain connected. There is something about you people cannot ignore. Even when you try to blend in, you stand out. Even in silence, your presence speaks. You carry an energy that is powerful, spiritual, and undeniable. Some people are naturally drawn to you. They feel inspired, uplifted, and safe in your presence. They open up to you without knowing why. That is because your spirit carries healing light. But others are unsettled by you. Your presence exposes what they hide. It challenges illusions. It disrupts comfort zones. You may notice people competing with you, criticizing you, or disliking you without cause. That is not personal, it is spiritual. Chosen ones shift atmospheres. When you enter a room, energy changes. When you speak, people listen, even if they pretend not to. You are not just existing, you are influencing. You carry divine authority whether you announce it or not. That is why you must guard your energy. Not everyone who approaches you has pure intentions. Some want to drain your light, others want to disrupt your peace. Be selective. Your energy is sacred. Do not dim yourself to make others comfortable. Do not shrink to fit spaces that were never meant for you. You were designed to stand apart, to awaken, inspire, and lead. Some will love you for it. Some will resist you for it, but none will ignore you. That is the power of a chosen one. Now that you've recognized these signs, something within you should be clear. You are not ordinary, you never were. The rejection, the awakening, the battles, the deep connection to God, all of it was preparation. You were set apart to rise above the world, not blend into it. Your struggles shaped you for what's coming. God was guiding you even when you felt lost. But knowing you are chosen is only the beginning. Now you must walk in it, step boldly into your calling, release doubt, embrace the authority God placed within you. Yes, challenges will come. People may still misunderstand you, but now you know the truth, and truth is power. If this message resonates deep within you, comment 7777 below. This is your declaration, your acknowledgement that you are ready to walk the path God prepared for you. And if you're ready to continue this journey, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This is only the beginning. Remember, you were chosen for a reason. You are not alone. You are rising. Walk boldly in your divine calling. I'll see you in the next message.